Yes to craft swapping.
Oh, hell
Craft
yeah.
swapping is good because craft swapping means I can make the things and the things do not have to live forever in my house, which is a good thing.
Ave citizens, welcome to Caseus Rubesque.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that what 19 means?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Wendy.
Okay. We've still got an ad break running, everybody. So we're just gonna riff for a couple of minutes here. What was it again?
Caseus Rubesque. Night cheese.
Night cheese. Okay. Well, it's fine. That's fine. I'm never gonna memorize that.
That's all right. That's what you have me for.
Yes, exactly. Hello, everybody. Ads are just about wrapping up. So
In 3, 2, 1.
good. You made sprouts
And-
for Pine, and I'm getting crafts in return. The best kind of swaps,
Brilliant.
right? Exactly. Oh, God, my hair is so
Yeah, you all-
awful tonight. I think my bangs are
Mine too. Can't do anything with it.
too long. I need to get them trimmed. Yay! So the short answer, Kate B, is nobody here is going to be of any help to you about not
No.
making the
Do
jacket.
the
I'm
thing.
afraid. I'm going to have to try that. Introduce everybody to the stream.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Alistair.
I'm Margaret. No, that's the bottom of the stream.
I was trying something out.
I'm sorry, I ruined it. Start again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Alistair.
I'm Marguerite.
And this is going to be fun. We normally
Woo!
You like
Nicely
that?
done. Okay, top and tail. Right.
we normally do 3 things on the show. The first is an opening monologue. That is designed.
You've joined my dropout obsession. Okay, I've just completely cut you off. I'm sorry.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
We are literally watching episode 2 of Dungeons and Drag Queens right now. We have finished a Starstruck Odyssey, which was
So good.
absolutely delightful. And this evening, midnight UK time, the new Mentopolis begins, but it's only 1 episode at a time. And I'm like, that is insufficient to
We have
my
this
marathon
awful thing going on now where Mentopolis is about to start. And the 3rd season of Only Murders in the Building has started.
And we have 3 episodes of the season of Strange New Worlds left. So we're going to have to carefully make a very detailed plan about what to watch and what can build up enough so that I can have at least 3 or 4 episodes at a run. Because I can't watch one thing and then have to wait a week. I can't go back, y'all. I grew up that way. I'm not going back to episodic television. You can't make me. So I'll just wait and then have a lot of it all at once.
The adventuring parties for Dungeons and Drag Queens are brilliant.
Oh, all the adventuring parties.
All of them are great. The
I was kind of like, more content, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's more nerds doing nerd things. It's delightful. Go ahead.
So we do 3 things on the show.
Yeah. One of them is Dork About Dimension 20, and another is... Anyway, you may proceed.
So we do 4 things on this show. The first one is the one we never talk about, which is this bullshit. This adorable bullshit.
We used to do an opening monologue, but these days, the point of the opening monologue was to get over the nervousness of starting up a stream, to give people some time, to let Twitch remember how to send notifications that we've gone live, that kind of thing. But we haven't really needed that a whole lot lately. And instead, we just
we're just going to dive in a lot of the time.
And natter on about our week and geek out about things that we love, because that's what we do.
Which doesn't mean we won't ever do the opening monologue, which is notionally the second thing we do ever again. It's just, it's not that big a feature at the moment.
Never after. I will put it on the list. Right now we have this whole board of all the other campaigns that keep getting rearranged in order of which ones we're going to watch next. But we started with Starstruck Odyssey, and I loved it because I love wacky space opera.
Yes.
And it was so good.
So we do 4 things on this show. The
It's
first one
real long
is notionally the one we don't talk about this time. Second one is the opening monologue. This is normally a chance for you to get situated, get your cat fed, get your dog.
Opening cheese, the
hunting.
appetizer cheese.
Yeah, it's the aperitif, if you will, and all that kind of good stuff. As Margaret's just said, we're not doing too many of those at the moment, but they will be back. And regardless of whether or not they are, Nate Crowley, who writes many of the pieces we use for opening monologues, is an amazing human and a fiercely talented author, so go seek him out. Then we get to the main cheese, the big cheese, if you will. Sometimes that's a book, sometimes that's an interview. Right now it's a game. We are playing Excavation at HOB'S Barrow, the game which Emma James would either run from or go, that is my hole, it was made for me.
Yes,
exactly. It is a classic pseudo-Victorian horror, female grave digger slash tomb.
No. She's upper class, so she's an excavator, an archaeologist.
She's an excavationist.
As opposed to a just run-of-the-mill down here with the pearls grave robber like everyone else.
And has been invited to a mysterious small town somewhere in Yorkshire, which is never a good sign for those of you who've seen An American Werewolf in London, to investigate their local barrow, their local Bronze Age burial site. The one problem being, the person who invited her isn't there. No one's ever heard of the barrow.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel this is going to be I'm sorry to have lured you here under false pretenses situation, and we'll just roll with it. If you want any non-D&D dropout content, Rex, I have things to recommend.
Please do.
Oh, we're watching
Game Changer.
So much Game Changer right now. What are the other things we're watching? We haven't watched much of the breaking news thing yet.
No, haven't watched much breaking news. We've done some Game Changer. There's several.
Several Yorkshire cheeses.
We've done bits and pieces of the other stuff, but
what is
actually?
Actually
is one of their other game shows. I'm not too familiar with the rules of it.
I'm writing it down. This is the most cost-effective birthday present you have ever bought me. I'm very impressed. Like, to the point where I'm like, I will cancel Paramount when Star Trek is over to keep my Dropbox.
Lower Decks.
Oh, no. That's not a set. I have to have Lower Decks.
Yes. Once Lower Decks Season 4 is done.
When are we getting Lower Decks Season 4?
3 weeks.
I'm running out of space on the list. We haven't watched the second half of The Witcher Season 3 or anything. What is time? It's not fair.
The nerdy game of pedantic corrections. Oh, I'm in danger.
Like, the voice detection is set a bit low or something. Let's try moving the microphone a little bit closer, Wendy. Is that any better? I haven't changed any of the settings, but I have a feeling it may just be struggling to cope with the fact that we're both talking over each other at the same time.
Oh, we've seen the Game Changer episode with something they'll have to bleep.
Actually is fun. 3 nerds correcting subtle inaccuracies in geeky statements. Oh, shit. I could clean up with that.
I gotta get a betting ring going.
Okay. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. I don't know much about Yorkshire tea, but I do like Scottish oatcakes.
Yes.
But that goes very well with the tea. So we do 4 things on this stream, and we've just talked about 3 of them. The 4th one, play it by ear. Improvise musicals. Oh, well, I wouldn't be very good at that. No, because then I'd have to sing, and I don't like singing. Go.
The fourth one, just
fourth wall.
The fourth one, just to send you home with a smile instead of with, trauma, is Shenanigans, which is going to be something light and fluffy and fun.
I mean, we would totally review cheese if we were given an option.
I mean, if Big Cheese is watching...
If Big Cheese is watching, by all means,
hook us up.
Send me an assortment.
When we are not fussy, we're not fussy.
Okay, so we have to remember that for December, because in December we celebrate the most important of year-end holidays.
The adoration of the baby cheeses.
The adoration of the baby cheeses, i.e. all the little tiny specialty flavors of cheese that come into the shops here for Christmas. And we pay our dues at the altar of capitalism when it comes to the cheese.
Is it a little cheese? Is it in a colourful wax?
Yes,
Are we going to eat 2 slices of it? Yeah, then I'll buy it.
I'll buy them all. Thank you. So maybe this December we will do more cheese-related content.
Attention, cheese marketing executives. Yeah. You know where to find us.
No, they don't.
You're about to know where to find us.
We'll eat cheese. Exactly.
I never told you this, did I? My granddad got a job on BBC Radio York reviewing books by literally stalking into the offices, going up, making an appointment with the kind of general manager, taking my dad with him in identical trench coats. When the guy came out, looking him straight in the eyes and going, "Our name is Stuart. We can be of service to you."
Oh my God! Seriously, I like that is both like helpful and intimidating.
Yes,
that's probably why it worked as well.
That was my granddad.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm apparently very like the other one.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, he was a nice one.
Okay. You could make the adoration of baby cheeses into content. Yes, I could make the adoration of baby cheeses into content. That Breakin' and HOB'S vibe.
Extremely.
Yes, that sounds like your grandfather's. Absolutely. Cool. So yeah, how was the week?
I almost got a job.
I know. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
But it's kind of useful to talk about it. I've been going up for jobs for a few months. And I got my. I'm kind of viewing this as a good thing because I got my first ever second stage interview, where instead of this time around, where instead of just doing the initial interview and being told that I don't quite have the experience, it was you've got the experience. Do us a writing sample, and
you did the writing.
I did the writing sample. Didn't get it. Kind of knocked me on my ass for a day yesterday, but I'm coming back on stream.
It's fun.
And
why am I so bright? Maybe it's just
you are radiant.
I love you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
I feel like I'm glowing.
But the plus side I'm taking away from it is it's actually filled a hole in my portfolio.
Fingers crossed for you, Rebecca.
Yeah, all the good luck, Rebecca.
Job hunting is never
fun. Basically, there was a thing that you need to demonstrate to do narrative design. And nothing in my portfolio did it, and this now does. So I'm sorry I didn't get the job. I'm not that sorry, because it wasn't that great a fit for the IP, to be fair. But I've got a positive out of it.
Yeah. Oh, the wedding was delightful. We had a good time. The dancing portion of the evening was probably significantly a CD that Alistair had burned for one of the brides 20 years ago. So it was very nostalgic. And I got to wear my tux, which was nice.
What Marguerite is not telling you is the amount of people who came up to her and or me and said, the tux is amazing. And we were like, we know. Also, they had the best and most northern hors d'oeuvre at the reception I've ever had.
Right?
It was fish and chip.
It was a big chip with a little tiny piece of fish, like glued together with mushy peas.
It was a fish finger. It was basically a fish finger.
It was ridiculous.
With some pea shoots and a little bit of mushy peas.
It was very high end. I did not find tux chucks. I just wore my nice white sneakers, and that worked just fine because the brides asked everybody to wear something white for the photos, and so I wore a white blouse under my tux, and I wore white trainers. And it was raining, and we were on cobblestones, so that worked really well.
And I wore a white t-shirt, which was not covered in food by the end of the night, and I'm taking that as a win.
Well done. My sister was wearing white Doc Martens with her wedding dress.
Strong look, like that.
Strong look, love it. Apparently, they had a pagan ceremony today in Greece.
I mean, if you're going to,
exactly.
You know.
Pretty cool. Last weekend was the wedding. This weekend's not been quite as stressful, but has been a lot of recovering from everything.
Because we did the wedding, then we went up to see my folks.
And then we drove home, and it was a lot in a day. So we kind of needed some time off.
It was 15 hours of driving for Marguerite across a 36-hour period.
Wendy says, if I ever end a meal without wearing some of it, fire up the flamethrower because I'm a pod person. It's okay. Some of us are pod people.
Some of us are pod people.
It's legit.
And, I was horribly murdered on Read Dracula this week. It's been a busy
week. And you made us all, get, sad and emotional about it. We all knew you were going to die, but we all poor guy.
That poor man.
That poor man with the ship and the blood.
So at some point, we'll go see Lost Voyage of the Demeter, and at the inevitable moment, I'll be like, I feel you, my dude. I've been there.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to do monologue? I mean, and Alistair died in it. Oh, no.
Oh, dear. I think we have a new hashtag.
I'm trying to think about how many podcasts you've died in.
Well, I mean, it depends on whether or not you believe Mr. Lucas was Hadoukened or not, doesn't it?
Yeah, see? Because we're gonna have to get into, debates and stuff about this. So, plus, honestly, I don't think we need a whole nother hashtag. Yes. Yet, really? I know it was totally emotional, Hawkeye, right? We were listening to it in the car coming back from the wedding. I'm like, oh, honey, you're making me tear up here. How dare you? We need to agree in the in it hashtag. And Alistair's in it, or hashtag it has Alistair in it. We have the answer to this. I have the graphic. Vamp.
Yes, there is no death for me in the fringes. Thank you, Hawkeye. I'm very happy with that. There's not currently.
Focus. It has Alistair in it. Focus, camera. We have the graphic. I will send it around. Hang on, I'm gonna. See if I can send it to the Discord.
I'm currently in anything where I am currently scheduled to die.
That was very carefully worded. Well
anyone
done.
I am currently playing will live. But nothing I have recorded right now says I am going to die.
Right.
Look at it that way.
You don't have any death scenes currently.
I do not currently have any death scenes. There is a character coming out next year you're going to want dead very quickly. But nothing currently.
I made myself a note about something we can't talk about, but I'll have to follow up with you about. Moving on ever so swiftly. Like, you have a diary. Wednesday. Die. Right? Okay, I haven't not done
16.
I know that's how many shows you're in this year, but I'm trying to figure out how many of them have still yet to be released.
3.
That's true. At least 3.
At least 3. I'm pretty certain of those 3, only one hasn't been announced, and I don't think it's going to be announced. I think it's just going to appear.
Is that the one I'm thinking about?
That's absolutely the one you're thinking about.
We're so awful. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's just say that there's going to be killing people. There's going to be lots of Alistair available. Don't worry.
Yes.
We will share it all with you.
Yeah.
We if you haven't followed the full lid yet, and I know this is a plug and we talk about it every week, but every week in the full lid we include a roundup of
places you can find me.
Places you can find us.
About 3.
Things that we've done. So you will never miss a, hey, I was in that announcement if you have the full.
Yes.
I'm just saying it's a Freeze newsletter. It makes you smile. He tells horrible puns, and some of them I let him get away with. It's a good time.
We've got a good system. I get about one a thing.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed you let me get away with Avengers Infinity Car for the Fast X review.
It was a good pun. It worked well. Describing Janie Fox's a sentient fur coat was
sentient
also
fur
very
coat like Clone Tyrone. Yeah,
exactly.
that's another good one.
Exactly. So, I mean, we haven't talked much about the full lid,
recently.
Yeah, go.
We've been streamlining a little bit. For a long time, it was 3 stories a week, plus the interstitials, plus signal boost, plus received goods.
It was a lot.
Plus the play out, and it was a lot for us both.
It was too much.
And that fell down to 2 stories for a while. And now it's 1.
Yeah.
It's not going to get any smaller, but this works because I'm enjoying using the slightly more word count because I'm a verbose motherfucker. You might be able to tell. And it kind of focuses the mind a little bit. We don't always do this, but in an ideal world, there's a movie, a comic, a book, a show,
a podcast,
a movie, a comic, a book, a show, a podcast. So everything gets a kind of a fair amount in the spotlight. It's a little bit harder at the moment for a couple of reasons. I mean, the SAG-AFTRA and WGA rules are very clear. You are completely legit on being able to write about and promote shows which are out. And they're also very clear, because I know this surfaces a lot, on how boycotting streaming platforms is actually exactly what studios want you to do.
Yeah, so don't.
Because then they can say, well, there's less demand than you said there was. But we're maybe trying to steer a little bit away from shows and movies. A little bit, certainly do a little bit less of it than we have been.
I mean, it's not like we don't have a backlog of books. Speaking of which, I just got the new T. Kingfisher one as well. So the whole kind of mentality and ethos of the full lid is like email but good. It is positive, upbeat reviews and links and things for you to look at and enjoy on a Friday on your way home from work.
And it's not, everything's fine, because very fucking little is.
And it's not the latest discourse, because we'd be here forever, because everybody writes about that stuff.
Although I do bits and pieces of discourse from time to time.
And you can't avoid it.
When the mood takes me.
When the mood strikes.
It really doesn't take me much these days, which is really nice.
Yeah, we try to keep it light and bouncy and fun and inclusive, and it's a good time. And that's what we do on every Friday. And, listen to this, a segue, we'll be so impressed. We are BFA nominated again this year.
Well, yes, we are. And well done.
Graham, that we don't have time to unpack all that. The short version is some idiot thought he could get away with scraping piracy sites for people's books and then would sell them back, all the neat statistical analysis he'd learned from scraping people's content about how to write like other people.
Didn't understand passive voice. Didn't understand that he had literally stolen 15,000 books. Didn't understand that this was a problem. And also, when he said, well, I'll take the database down, did not take down the app the database powers, the one you pay for.
Right? So it's not, you can't take down the data that you scraped and not take down the results of the data you've scraped. And
Thank you, Wendy.
He rightly has become the Twitter character of the day and been slammed, and like he's been immortalized in a Midnight Society having.
The one problem a lot of people have is at no point does Mary Shelley show up and go, "Sup, fucker."
Oh, he knew exactly what he was doing, 100%. But unfortunately, capitalism incentivizes people to apologize and pay a fine and still keep the illegally, garnered product that they can sell.
I think I described it as the emotional labor creatives of every stripe are continually asked to do, to explain to the most emotionally illiterate engineering class in human history that what they're doing is bad, is profoundly unfair.
And we just don't have time to get into that. I'm sorry, I did it because I love your work. I'm sorry I stole from you. I'm sorry I stabbed you in the back or cloned you or ripped you off. It's just awful. It's been the last couple of days, Rebesco. Don't worry about it.
I mean, the politest response to it was from our good friend Matt Wallace, which was basically, you're going to take this down, or I am going to do everything legally within my power to spend my life ruining you.
Oh, well, he scraped Nora Roberts' books.
He's going down. He's going down.
Literary fiction, genre fiction, and romance writers, because he scraped all of their books. The man is going to be sued into oblivion. And he deserves it. You should take it as a compliment. Why are you being so mean to me? Right? I know.
He scraped Turf Alpha. He scraped Rowling. They're gonna have to identify him from DNA samples,
dental records at this point, right? But so yeah, that's what the latest and greatest discourse is, and of course it is Hugo voting season.
Mm-hmm.
BFAs are a jury, so there's no voting there. Ignite voting is completed; it'll just be announced. So we're in the brief lull between when everything's been announced and then all the finalists have been announced, and then with the
Also,
the winners will be announced.
This will possibly sound like thinly disguised sour grapes, but it's truly not. We are in a fantastic finalist category for the BFA's nonfiction. Kit Powers' My Life in Horror 2 is part of it. I did the foreword for that book, and it's incredible. And so is the official biography of Terry Pratchett.
Which will win.
So if you think for a second we believe we have a celluloid cat's chance in hell,
no.
We don't.
We are professional awards bridesmaids. We are very skilled at losing with grace.
Although, as Naomi has pointed out, given we have 2 shows in Best Audio and St. Kilda is also in Best Audio.
We've got it surrounded.
There's 3 other shows. It's a 50-50 chance. Plus, we can take them in a dance fight.
I totally think Kilda has a very good chance of winning, and that would make me delightedly happy.
I meant to tell you, if it does, my brain did that thing where it kind of dropped the dead fish of the first draft or something in front of me earlier today. Which is, if Kilda wins, obviously Naomi will do the acceptance speech. But I might pitch to her the idea of us going up and me just leaning into the mic and going, it begins, as horrible things always do, with Naomi.
Oh, nice. Nice. I bet she'll let you get away with that, especially if we carpool.
Yeah.
We have time to work on her.
We're not using this as a bargaining chip or anything, but we are your ride home.
Right, exactly. So we have all that. Oh, excuse me.
Nope.
Do not swallow and talk at the same time.
He's bad.
He's bad. It goes badly.
Entirely non sequitur, but if you get the chance, go see the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. It's lovely.
You had a wonderful time.
It's really nice. There's a fantastic BTS joke.
Really?
Yes, at one point they're all attached to a milking machine. They are terrified of being milked. There is an actual milking machine.
They're turtles! They're not mammals!
And Mikey's just being really upset. To cheer him up, the other 3 start trying to sing BTS songs. He's like, guys, I appreciate it, but you don't even know the words.
Wow. Speaking of things we don't have time to unpack, that is one of them.
Paul Rudd stars as Mondo Gecko. Who at one point actually says abracadabra. Oh, it's great! It's such a fun movie.
I'm so glad you. Right. And on that note, why don't we go ahead and take a little 3-minute break,
little breaky
real
boo.
quick. I will get some water and soft coughing, hopefully. And I mean, we haven't even talked about the fact that you can't walk on TikTok for it not being Baldur's Gate 3. And more importantly, it not being Aetherian thirst all over Baldur's Gate 3, which is making it very difficult to stay somewhat spoiler free. Now, I played the beta before it was open beta, because I bought it like years and years and years ago. So I know little bits and I recognize little areas, and I'm not very good at that type of game. And I still think I'm going to need to play it because they've changed so much, and because it's Dimension 20's fault, I'm kind of like, oh, they're rolling 2 dice. I know what that means. That means they're rolling with advantage. So I might still play it, but I better hurry up and start playing it, or everything's going to get spoiled for me at this point.
I mean, it is 400 hours, so someone will have finished it.
I'm sure. I'm sure of it. But TikTok is a thirsty place, and it really likes Baldur's Gate 3, is what I'm saying.
Shit.
I've never played a Baldur's Gate game, but Greg tells me there's couch co-op? What?
We have identical PCs.
We have identical laptops. Yeah.
Well, mine has cooler stickers, but, you know. Who is Baldur and why is his gate so important?
Does he have a cool nightclub? I know, the urge to just build a character. I mean, it's like Dragon Age, right? You're just going to build a character. You're just going to spend 4 hours. Apparently, there is a character in this game who is like a straight-up Anders analog, and another one who has very strong Alistair vibes, and I'm like, oh, no! My kryptonite!
Not for nothing, I found out earlier today that apparently in the Masterpiece collection of Mass Effect, the Codex is fully narrated.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When are they giving me my remastered all 3 original games?
For Dragon Age.
Yeah.
I'm guessing next year when Dragon Age 4 comes out.
Pursue Dread Wolf! I'm taking time off work. I'm gonna take like 2 weeks off work.
I'm gonna love this.
Nope, I'm just gonna.
I have an iPad
and
now.
the PlayStation.
I don't need the
and
TV.
The television and a chair and my snacks and a timer to make me get up every hour. But other than that, go away. I am immersed.
I'm just gonna bring you food.
That sounds very nice.
Yes.
Oh, we're leaving Hawkeye. Wednesday meeting is now, and then I have a second meeting, so have a good one. No problem. Enjoy.
Have a good one, Hawkeye.
Enjoy the VOD. Right, let's take that snack break.
Let's take that snack break. I'll bring you a cookie.
I'm not going to say no to cookie. Who would? Let's take that little break, couple minutes, get a stretch, and then we will venture on to HOB'S Barrow and find out what the hell.
What the hell, y'all?
What the hell is going on? You're all too old for that reference done. I totally earwormed myself now. Not sure how loud the game music is. It looks like it might be a touch loud again. Hush you. Alright. There we go. Oh. Come back. There you are. Ah!
To me.
It's a you and a microphone. Trying to scoot you into frame a little bit without making you have to move. So, let's talk about HOB'S BARROW really quick.
It's
what
probably
was
fine.
That?
It's probably fine. Probably fine.
I'm watching you, game.
We're all seeing the line of purple semi-eldritch flame leading up to the barrow, right?
Yeah.
Stuff that's the same color as the scarf.
That starts like heather here, and then, yeah. And then in the sky. Alright, so, content warnings for this game. We are playing... Ooh, I have a button. Come on. Push the button. The Excavation of HOB'S BARROW. This is by Cloak and Dagger Games.
It's fine.
Oh, it's doing it on
It's
purpose
fine.
now. It's totally doing it on purpose now. We've got a lot of content warnings. Again, the content warnings may include spoilers. So common phobias, death and dying, horror themes, mental health and trauma, sexual themes, sound effects, socio-political themes, violence, flashing lights and images, apparently, jump scares. So do what you need to do to be okay to engage with that kind of content, including if this is not for you or if you need to step away, that's totally fine. We have a dramatis personae that's being assembled as we go along.
Purple is always good. Lavish is entirely right.
Right, exactly. And then we have a playlist going of previous installments. This is installment 2. So last episode, as Alistair described, we were on the train, we came to the town, we settled in, we're trying to find our contact. He's not here yet. So we're about to wander around inside the pub talking to people. Ooh, my no spoilers button is not working. Hang on a second. Just a reminder, please, that if you have played this and we haven't, please don't put spoilers in the chat. Use the wiggle emojis and, you know, do the whole I know something you don't know thing. Okay, I'm going to start the game now because that is bothering me very much so. Alright, here we go. So, we
Continue.
Alright, so here we are inside the pub. We've had our room upstairs, we've looked at all the various paintings, and now we will engage in conversation with various individuals. Drunky McGee here gets to go last. Let's talk to the old guy playing chess, shall we? And I remember my commands. M is the map. Don't currently have the map. Well, that makes that easy. Hush. Oh, look. We stole a jug of water for some reason. And a matchbox. That's the key to our room. We have, I believe, 2 shillings.
2 shillings?
Oh, if I right-click on something.
I have only 2 pence left.
2 pence.
My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow, thankfully.
All right. And then this is the letter from the dude, and then a handkerchief with our initials. Very weird. Why are we carrying that jug of water? Because I picked it up in the room by mistake, and I don't know how to put it down. That's why. Pence? That's not the same as a shilling. Exactly. They are on old money. What was it called? What was the... It starts...
Racism?
No. The process by which the English went to money based on tens.
Decimalization.
Decimalization. Ooh, that's a lovely word.
I'm choosing to believe that it has a large cork in it and we have strapped it to our belt off our right hip.
We will just use the power of our imaginations. That's what I'm still turning this light down. I'm still getting some glow. Eat me I don't even think the thing's on at this point. There, I'm just turning it off. Neener. Okay, fine. Alright, so let's talk to the guy playing chess. Now, if I remember, there was the spacebar. Things I can interact with.
Yes.
Okay.
Man.
Let's start with this man. Hello, man.
Good afternoon, sir.
Note for you here.
Oh.
All right.
Fine.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Second one, Grim.
This is the second stream, Grim.
Charming.
Fine. He doesn't want to talk to
All
us.
right. Book off then.
What about you, Captain
Hey, old-timer.
Salty?
Man.
Hello, sir.
Aye.
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
Let me know how the volume's going across, folks. It looks like it's fine.
You're not local.
Oh, fuck, it is Yorkshire.
You've come on that bloody train, haven't you?
Oh, God, it is Yorkshire. You should run.
Bewley's going to dogs.
Why? There's a train station? Oh, my. Oh, tell me more about the train station.
I take it you are not enamored with the railway station.
Bewley's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you.
Oh, fuck.
We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
If they're in Yorkshire, they wouldn't be saying lass, would they?
No, they would.
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not here to cause trouble.
Just dig up the local barrow.
We'll see about that, won't we?
For God's sake, I've only come here to dig up your ancient arcane power beneath the moor to destroy us all and permanently damage everyone's sanity in the fabric of reality itself. I have 2 pence, sir. Doesn't that count for anything? So anyway, tell me about Bewley.
Tell me about your town.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We're a proud community.
I can tell.
Don't say.
You've got a pub?
I've lived here my whole life.
Shocking.
Not much here to interest folks like you.
Or indeed yourself, sir.
Folks like me.
Aye.
Oh, I don't think he cares if I introduce myself.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass.
Ooh,
All right.
Where's your husband?
fuck off.
Ooh,
None of your business,
y'all.
sir.
Ah! You're brave coming in here, all on your own.
Wow.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm Cyril.
Cyril.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril.
Well enunciated.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
I had a weird regional differences moment the other day when I was referred to someone as a lass, and the other person said, "Wasn't she a bit old to be called lass?" I'm a grown woman. I'm Cyril. Right?
That be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I? Man just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
Bye for now.
Bye then.
Ta-ra, lass.
Oh.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now.
Yes, I'm sure he should.
I'll sit down and wait.
No,
Will you?
no, you won't. Oh, maybe it
Oh.
will. Apparently, I didn't get to talk to very many people. Oh, the couple's left.
Where on earth is he?
Shoot, I should have talked to the couple then, because these 2 old codgers are still here.
What we aren't being told here, of course, is that Cyril and the other old man are brothers, have lived here for their entire lives, hate one another, and are
What
never
a waste
closer
of time
than this
this is
distance.
turning out to be.
Evening there, miss.
Is that the drunk?
Not you again.
Yep.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier.
You had your tea then?
I got home, had my tea, but it gave me an aching belly.
I'll bet.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you.
Badly.
I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
Very generous of me.
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
Yeah, I was pretty impressed by that as well.
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
I didn't.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
My God, this entire town is horny.
Would you
The
stop?
relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
With my last
With
2...
your last tuppence.
Oh, 1 ale coming right up. He might have some useful information. I really don't think you need another man of the liability. Must I really buy you a drink for this information? The cheek of some people.
His entire first interaction with you is, "You're very pretty. Let's have a sex."
And you're like, "Isn't your wife calling you?" So what do we think? I think, must I really?
Yeah.
Must I really buy you a drink for this information?
Please.
Are you sure it's wise to have another?
There we go.
Please. Don't you want to hear about old Leonard's shoulder?
I think he's having a go at me. I think he's pulling my leg.
You drive a hard bargain, Mr. Tillett. As you wish.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman.
I'm gonna be broke. Alright, who's this guy?
Good day, sir.
What? Oh, he's just passed out now.
Okay.
Good day, sir.
Nope, not
No,
having it.
he's conscious. He just don't give a fuck.
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
Arthur Scholl?
There we are. 2 pence, please.
Thank you.
Leave us Arthur T. Yes, thank you,
Arthur
Ducky.
Tillett.
Well,
This
now
was the last of my money. But Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds.
he'd better be.
Okay, so there's the stupid... Oh, no! That's not where I meant to go.
A little worried that your room is right off the bar.
I'm sure that is a convenience.
All right, junkie, here you go.
Use ale with Arthur Tillett.
Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you.
Chug!
Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass.
I'll bet.
I smell.
In your liver.
Yeah, exactly.
Old Len. Leonard Shaw.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fucking hell.
Arthur. Mr. Tillett? Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor.
My God.
You have a jug of water.
Oh, that's a great idea. It doesn't seem to let me do that. Ah! Dude!
Oh, what the hell were that for?
Yeah!
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard's shoulder.
That's right.
Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna go out the back door.
This man is unbelievable.
This motherfucker.
He's gone. He's run off.
Son of a mother.
Feels like an hour has passed.
I mean, you know, he has had a lot of ale, in fairness.
Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
Oh, he's run. He went out the window.
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Oh no, that's a shame.
Lovely. Mr. Tillett?
Why is there fire? Why is there fire? Okay, we're saving. Hold on.
Follow-up question. No toilet should make that sound. What can we interact with in here?
Waste be. There's a mirror.
The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime.
Of course there is.
Some excavations are best left to others. It looks like the towel has not been washed in months.
Chances are.
The water looks highly questionable. I ought to keep my hands out of it.
Oh, gosh.
Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Oh, he's gone. It's not that he's... what is that?
Hi.
It's a kitty?
Big stretch.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
We sure about that?
Cat.
I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Aww! I can't pet the cat!
Urinals.
I can't reach the window from down here.
I'm not touching the urinals.
This is gonna
The door
suck.
opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side.
Oh, beans.
Mr. Tillett?
What was the squishy noise?
Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
Can we just go out and around?
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'd rather...
I'm not touching those urinals. It's not worth it. He ran for it. Oh, Mr. Lucas, how dare.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh.
A glove.
A glove.
A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing.
Interesting.
I'm gonna steal it.
Yes, I am.
It seems rather out of place here. Peculiar. Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillett? Why would he have done that?
Stop me from following him. Yeah, I don't like the
Did
sound.
Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
Yes, it is.
Who was that old chap I saw outside the alley?
Not one of the other old guys I
He
saw.
headed eastward. Maybe I could catch up with him and ask him if he saw Mr. Tillett.
I'm sure that would go well and not be in any way traumatizing.
I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise, the locals would be rolling them into their cellars.
A little bit racist,
I
but
suspect
also fair.
Sir?
Please don't go traipsing out into the... Seriously?
Oh, come on.
Come on! You don't even have a coat on, lady! Not a match or a torch in your inventory!
Well done.
The old man has disappeared into the darkness.
You see that house down there? He's probably there.
I'd best turn back to the inn. I don't wish to go knocking door to door.
Yeah, he just disappeared off into the woods.
It's Yorkshire. What else are you supposed to do but steal barrels? Copper wire from time to time. Hey, Stan, your town sucks. In 50 years, Yelp is going to be made, and then this place, it's over for you. My granddaughter's going to bury this place.
There's a light on over at the
The cobbler's is closed.
think there's that light is on just so you don't walk out into complete darkness. All right, well. Last call.
Last orders.
Oh, he's awake again. Maybe.
I should get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow. Good evening, sir.
No, still ain't gonna talk to me. Alright, chess player and Cyril have taken off. Alright. Let's try.
How can I help you?
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought he were with you.
He went to the lavatory and has not returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett.
Oh my.
Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Yeah, thanks, Stan.
A lovely place to warm oneself.
Well, I guess that's it for us then. I think we're calling it a night. Weird.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep.
Perhaps a little more time in front of the fire. Anybody drop anything? Doesn't look like it.
Man.
Nah.
Kenneth will be arriving. Yes, I must get some sleep.
Okay, odds on horrible
I
dreams.
shall track down Mr. Shoulder
Aye.
tomorrow.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
off to bed.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
Dreams. We're gonna have horrible dreams. Single candle. Boomst, Dareth! Oh, it's the key!
Hey.
Hey, buddy, are you scared? Remember, this game warms about jump scares. It's just a kitty.
Just a little guy.
Quite can be an absolutely devastating word when delivered in the first day. Adventus. Did you sleep in your clothes? I mean...
Such horrid dreams.
Thank you. That cat has definitely seen some shit.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
Then how did the cat get in? Bolted from the inside? How did the cat get in?
As I suspected, I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat.
Wasn't that bad.
He wasn't wretched.
I must say I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
Probably home, sleeping it off. Alright.
The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. Perhaps Mr. Kemp will replace it this evening. I've too much to do today. I've stored my case in there, a box within a box.
I don't think there's anything further to...
I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wall... I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me.
But the jug yesterday was fine.
Well, it was useful, actually. Thank you. So, anything I can pick up, I will. Random stuff in town, it all goes in my bag.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
Anybody here? Oh. I'd like breakfast, please.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
No. I should tell him about that cat. And he's going to tell me, what cat?
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert.
Aww.
He's a harmless thing.
We have a name for the kitty. Kitty's name is
He
Herbert.
comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman.
Stanley has seen some shit.
Yeah,
folks.
sounds like it.
I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss
Are you
Bateman.
kidding? It'll be gone by morning.
Arthur Tillett stole my last two pence for
That's
his
not what I-
15th ale.
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were.
Did you let the cat into my room, Stanley? Oh?
I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass.
Oh?
I do know of HOB'S Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do.
I just don't speak of it.
There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned.
But I'm an archaeologist. It's my job to turn stone.
It belongs in a museum.
Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too.
Oh?
I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Where does he live?
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself.
Serial killer.
He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
He lives in the Barrow.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
All right,
Why
tell
lie to me
the
about
Barrow.
HOB'S Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
They're important for my research, because I'm a plucky heroine.
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder.
If you're going to engage in the foul ritual, you might as well do it properly.
He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason.
Oh no,
I've no
I'm
time
so
to waste on
dead.
such matters.
I'm so dead.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Where is the Barrow?
Where is HOB'S Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
Yeah, seriously.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Also fair.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
I've engaged in a systematic campaign of disinformation and I've greatly impinged on your quality of life. Have a good one.
Hold on.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it?
Had you ever considered there might be a reason for that?
Hogwash. All of it.
Oh, God.
Look, there's
I have a few
birds.
hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Look, there's birds in the window box.
The window box is well out of reach.
All right, let's go check the alley.
I love you just walking past the dude. He's like, fuck you all, I'm busy.
I am. All right, who are you?
Hello? My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
Well, I dig up treasures too. I dig up graves too.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
There it is.
Quite.
Quite. And we're at
What
the
can you
town.
tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see.
And when did you transfer in from Newcastle?
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
My God.
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
Sphincter says out.
What
out.
can you tell me about HOB'S Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
It kills you, doesn't it?
Ta-ra! Bye then.
I have
Yeah,
nothing
wish
else
you
to
dead.
ask.
Okay.
Oh, and yeah, Zolia and I have both been in this town. Finger, finger, roses will die in Act 2. I tis you. I'm the child.
Who is yawning?
It's the young woman. You can see her
is?
yawning. Can we just stop and appreciate that there is nothing more London than you are in a tiny town with one square. There are two people in it, and
Good
you go
day.
as far as you possibly can around them to avoid talking to
Hello,
them.
miss.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty. What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out. I'm tireless!
All right, I love you, kid. You're amazing.
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wow.
What do you know of HOB'S Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Hello?
Yes?
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Douglas. That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, tell
We're
people.
boned. We are so boned.
Oh, wow. Okay, this kid is the new MVP of the game. Oh, here we go. It lets me ask.
What is the Lambton worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lambton thought he killed it at the River Ware.
He's now the archaeology
But my
assistant.
father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The Lambton worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do at his age.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Actually, I think we do.
Do you like living in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the Lambton worm.
I swear to God, this kid is actually going to be like the clinch at the end of the game.
Who's
isn't
Mr.
he?
Crozier?
He's a blacksmith.
I can hear him right over there.
His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Of course you will.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
So no.
Have you heard of HOB'S Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
I love you, Douglas.
You're the greatest.
I also love how Betty's like, I'm not helping you, and I'm not saying anything, but I'm also not going to stop you talking to my little brother, because that means I don't have to.
Awesome.
A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take. Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye. Can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You'll let me know if you need out made or mended.
Say again?
One of those things is true.
I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Have a good night, Gremlin.
Have a good night, Grim.
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, aye. I collect them. This one is called,
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Oh my gosh!
Come to Yorkshire. Stay a while. Stay forever. Not really that bothered. Just don't
Quite.
talk to us.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
I'm sorry, could you repronounce that word with an E in it, please? This is one of my pet peeves. I hate that that is pronounced Derby. It is. We're just gonna move on because Wendy's gonna get mad at me, but
Leicestershire.
Derby, it has an E.
Oh, aye. I've heard about
I've
London.
heard about London.
I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Accurate.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Really? I thought that's what the M25 was for. To keep it
Hey-oh!
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
Tell me about market days.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month.
God.
The next one is tomorrow.
How convenient.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
Cabbages? Cabbage vendor? Secret tunnels?
I
My
don't mind a
cabbages.
cabbage.
I know, Wendy. I know.
Then you're in luck.
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors.
Of course he does.
Can't tell you out more than that.
Out there, not here.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know of a local landmark named HOB'S Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley
It's her
pays the
yawning
name
all
of-
the
Damn it,
time.
Daddy, that was on
Doing
you.
it.
God damn it. Get in the
Thanks for your
game.
time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
He wasn't awful.
The bucket is rusty and full of holes. Perhaps this belongs to a merchant.
I go to the church, maybe? Yes.
Oh, it's a granny.
Memorial.
Shit's getting real now. Trowel. Get the trowel.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Oh, see,
dear.
they got that wrong. It should have been blessed. Don't know why I need a trowel, but I'm gonna pick up anything you'll let me. Let's look at the memorial plaques, shall we?
In memory of Mabel Hurst.
Oh, looks like it wants to run an ad break. So why don't we take 3 minutes for capitalism and then an old woman with cake?
And we're back.
Now we're back. Okay. I want cake, but I've just realized we have no money.
A fine assortment of baked goods. A lovely treat for those. Hello?
Sucked.
Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I would, but I'm broke.
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam.
I mean,
can
she's
tell you're
not wrong.
from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Oh, bless.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry, I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand. My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me?
It's all her fault. She's in a red scarf.
I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Very sweet. Tell me about the church.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century.
It's locking down an immortal god.
The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Still cakes.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are.
As soon as Kenneth arrives with my pennies, I need it.
You'll not find better in the entire county.
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
It's in the game, Wendy.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be
that's a
able
great
to
idea.
help you.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
How many?
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling.
Oh,
Such
dear.
a jolly man.
What do you know of Hobb's Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobb's Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
I'm sure it is.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Absolutely gonna go look inside the church.
Goodness me, look at these box pews.
Love a good box pew.
I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
Flowers, a necklace, a plaque. Look at these books.
The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. I've seen a similar design in other Norman churches around England, but this is a particularly impressive example.
Yeah, 2 black bottles was a good one.
The flowers have long since dried out. I don't want them.
Welcome back, Jorge.
A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. Is that a necklace? Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I
Yoink.
can reunite it with its owner.
I'm having that.
I've no time for such things. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns. Stained glass depictions of various biblical scenes. It's not my specialist area. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
Did she really say that? That's quite a thing to say. Another door.
It's locked.
I mean, well into the woods. That looks like the forest. Oh, I can hear him whistling to the left here. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Into the woods. Why were you throwing up? Okay.
Very sorry.
That was...
Okay.
Oh, the shame.
It's, everybody pukes. It's fine.
This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Alright, let's save here a second.
Yeah.
Let the blood from my arm.
I'm sorry,
what?
Oh.
Excuse me?
Got me. I beg you.
Hang on.
So just before we dive into this, we are all paying attention to the fact that he was merrily whistling, pardon me, until we saw him, and then he puked.
The vicar looks dreadfully ill. Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
Ooh.
Don't have a knife.
Don't really want to cut him with a trowel.
The vicar looks Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp. The vicar looks
Examine the vomit.
Are you sure?
I beg, it's the only...
I'm not going near it. Ouch! The broken lens. The vicar's spectacles lie Ouch!
So we need to glove.
The broken lens.
Come here.
A fine white glove. I found it in the alleyway. Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until I find its owner.
Okay. Good idea. Maybe the trowel?
Trusty trowel. This one has seen better. I don't think that will help me pick up the broken glass.
How about
I'm
my
not sure what
handkerchief?
that would a gift from my... This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand.
Laundry happens.
This should work.
Also, you've maybe got 3 cuts on your hand now, so the hanky's going to come in handy any minute.
So you... This is very strange.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Okay. Content warning, folks. I'm not sure if they're going to, like, smash cut into
Will
this or
it,
anything.
though?
Nicely handled. Here's another pair of
Thank the
sparkling.
Lord for my spare pair. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated.
Think they can.
Oh my.
I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Also, hi, Sugar.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all.
We don't have time to unpack that.
I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmund's. It's quite the
You were
story.
born in the church.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged.
Oh dear.
And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
Wow.
One could say that
Right.
you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed, when my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
It's a
St.
nice
Edmund's
building.
is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child.
Except for the ones where you throw up.
I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
Story does.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of His Spirit.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true, but my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
And what would that be?
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know
Where
where Mr.
is
Shoulder
he?
lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now.
Mm-hmm.
A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Sure. Thanks.
Capital. Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
What do you know of HOB'S Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
all right.
And
Before
also
we go,
with you. God fucking damn it.
I know. Just want to look around a little bit.
Yeah,
more
I'll
before-
just be taking a constitutional young lady next to this puke.
There's a
I
whole.
have no desire to go rooting about in there.
Call yourself
No
an
doubt home to
excavationist.
Many a woodland.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say.
Oh, good.
Greetings,
Oh
my
no! Who have we run into?
For those of you who played the old Deadpool PS3 game, the moment these guys appeared, my brain went, "Who the fuck is that?"
Hello, sir.
Okay, where's the?
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
What? I bet it's his though. I bet it's his glove. How do I save the game again?
Wait.
Yeah.
Some nerve.
Thanks for that, Josephus Rogan.
Lady, you're blushing.
Hey now.
I most certainly am not.
Ooh. What are you doing here, folks?
What are we doing, fellas?
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Says who?
Lord Panswick.
Oh, there he is!
Now
Panswick.
get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
Sir, have you not seen my sensible shoes? I am clearly a follower of
Tell
Sappho.
me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
That's pretty fucking disrespectful, actually, my
Who
guy.
is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors.
Dun dun dun!
Now please leave us to our work.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Have you heard of a place called HOB'S Barrow?
Can't say I have.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
Oh.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
An old
And these
chapel.
are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the lands around these parts.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods. Lass, as I told you, there's no way down the path today.
You'll not be going down this path till there too. Squirrel!
I have no desire to go.
Right, red squirrel. Can't think of anybody else we needed to talk to in the town. So let me find a place to save. Where should I go next? Oh, I have got some shortcuts, it looks like. Ooh. New locations can... Okay. Here's my to-do list. Still can't find Mr. Shoulder. It says I still should explore Bewley. Let's go explore some more Bewley, shall we? Just real quick. This side of the town, isn't it? Talk to everybody. Haven't tried this door.
I don't think anyone is home.
What about this door?
No one here.
You can get out to that next street over.
Over here, maybe? What?
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office. A storeroom of some kind. It's rather empty.
If this is where he gets his
I don't
post.
think anyone is home.
Try that door? No. We're trying. We already
It's a slightly wacky door.
Oh, here's another plaque. What's this one say?
I can't remove the plaque.
I don't want to remove the plaque. This is the vicarage,
I can't
isn't
remove
it?
a small plaque.
So that's where the priest lives.
But he's not there.
I don't think anyone is home.
Slightly unusual in my experience that it is geographically separate to the church.
Talk to this guy. Look out back again.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Oh, see, this is me right there at that little blink. Nope. Alright, there's one last door to try, and then I think that's it.
Nobody home.
Nope, nobody wants to talk to me. Alright, let's go back to the vicar, and then we'll save.
I have this very strong mental image of you walking past the guy leaning on the pub, and without even making eye contact, just doing that at eye level as you walk past.
I did look at the town cross the other night, Wendy, but we can look at it again.
The cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance.
Wish I could buy the cakes. I have no money for cake.
You didn't go right past the church.
Oh, okay. Good catch. We went in the church. We have a trowel now for no discernible reason.
Without Kipling there.
Oh, here's the graveyard.
Ooh.
There's that bird with the red eyes again. Right at us. Fresh grave.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave. William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart.
Oh, bless.
Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven. Joseph Davis.
I wonder if these are supporters.
Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister.
So, his of relation to Mr. Tillett.
His mom.
Forever in light, Anne Kemp.
Stanley's wife.
Aww.
John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence.
There's another way to go over here.
A bench.
With a plaque.
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
Cairn.
I've seen cairns like this all over England, quite common. The locals might be alarmed if I dismantle their cairn. The moors continue for miles in this direction. I don't wish to lose my way.
Okay, well. Bunny! There's a bird. It's down this way. Oh, God.
That's probably fine.
I'm not sure if these are poisonous or edible.
Maybe don't touch them or go near them in any way,
I
shape,
better
or form.
not touch them. They could be...
Seems wise.
The moors stretch into the distance.
Okay, well... I wonder if that counts as our... We have explored Bewley. Alright, I think we're gonna go back to the Vicar and save and leave it there for tonight. I'm not going in the fairy circle. Absolutely not, I know better. Not without a cake, at the very least.
That's going to be a puzzle in like 2 hours. You know that, right?
Quite likely. Not so happily whistling anymore. I determined when I stood back up, Wendy. I just got back up. Alright, now, let's save. Off with the Vicar.
I would have gone with, yeah, what the fuck, Leonard? But, you know, yours works too.
I think we'll... I don't know if you sit there for a while, if something happens, we can give that a try next time. Right. Let's just take a real short, like 1 minute break. I won't even run it as... I'll just run it. And then we will be right back.
Shenanigans.
Yep. But then I have to do everything manually. It'll be enough. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Hey, everybody, and we're back. Oh, it's warm in here.
It's very warm.
We close the windows for, purposes of not speaking.
Purposes of not speaking warmly.
Purposes of not sweating too much. Hey, Zolly, how you doing? Right, so for shenanigans this week, we have something fun and strangely topical.
Very much on weekly brand.
And actually, I kind of want to try something really quick. If everybody's willing to be patient, give me a second. Because I think I want to do this so that people can read along with the shenanigans. I do this on the fly.
Also, speaking of fan art.
Yes. Oh, you want to? Okay,
yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. You can show it really quick.
So I had lunch with an old work colleague today. A really, really cool Thai graphic designer who lives in Hong Kong with her Welsh husband and was over visiting family. And they popped over for lunch. She gave me this.
Is it not cute? It's very adorable.
I love that.
I'm very happy with it. Did you draw it there?
Yes. No, she drew it at home and brought it over, but we had not met in person before today. This is all just from Zoom calls.
So it's really sweet, and we're gonna have to put it in a nice place with more of your
a small but perfectly formed fan art gallery.
Fan art gallery. It's very adorable. Right, so let's go back to that because I think it'll be easiest if we do the shenanigan. If you want to read along as we do this. So there are some content warnings in here. There are references to death and dying, some political themes, violence, and drug use. So just be aware of that. But this is things I am not allowed to do on the dig.
1. I am not allowed to carry a whip.
You want to scoot over a little bit more so people can see a bit. There we go. 2. Imitating Indiana Jones in any way is forbidden.
3. For funsies is not an acceptable synonym for ritual purposes.
4. I am not allowed to use my trowel as a knife.
5. I am not allowed to use a skull to recite Hamlet. It is apparently insulting to the skull.
6. I am not a general in the skeleton war.
7. I am not allowed to claim that I can raise the dead.
8. I am not allowed to sing hi-ho while using a matlock.
9. If I am bit by an insect, I must report for treatment, not insist that I will become Spider-Man.
10. I am not king of the spoil heap. No, nor do I rule over the mighty clods.
11. Our university funding is for equipment, not alcohol.
12. I am not allowed to kick someone into the trench and yell, "This is Sparta!"
13. I am not allowed to play The Floor is Lava in the Trenches.
14. If jewelry is found, I am not to call it my precious, nor hoard it like Smeagol.
15. No artifact we find appoints me as the chosen one.
16. I am not allowed to start a gang.
17. I am not allowed to play baseball with shovels. Oh, come on.
Right. 18. I will not switch the decaf with regular, nor the regular with espresso, no matter how efficient it would be.
18. I am not allowed to call the crew gold diggers.
19. Or grave diggers, however accurate that may be.
20. I am not allowed to have flashbacks to wars I was never in.
21. I am not allowed to act like I am possessed by the spirits of those we exhume.
22. I am
21.
not... 21. I am not allowed to taunt the paleontologists.
That was 22.
That was 22.
21. I am not allowed to act like I am possessed by the spirits of those we exhume. 23.
Machetes are tools, not toys.
Machetes are tools,
Not toys.
24. When someone asks, "Can I have a hand?" I am not to give them a bag of hand.
25. I am not allowed to talk about good places to bury a body to the public.
26. We do not perform virgin sacrifices.
27. We do not perform blood sacrifices either.
28. I'm not allowed to act like a flamboyant fashion photographer while taking in situ photos.
29. And you need to imagine this being written on a chalkboard. The drone is a tool, not a toy.
30. There are tests. There are several tests to determine if it is a bone, aside from licking
As
it.
a failed geologist, that is a lie.
Licking it is one of the most efficient ways. 31.
I am not allowed to be drinking when I should be working.
32. I am not allowed to refer to spills drinks as libations to the gods.
33. The GIS is not my wizard staff.
What about the thing from Indiana Jones?
Right?
34. I am not allowed to insist that any inscription is a curse. It's probably graffiti.
35. Especially if I cannot actually read said language.
36. Take that head off.
37. I am not to address supervisors as master or insinuate I am their minion.
38. I am not allowed to prescribe any medication to the undergrads. I have a doctorate, but I am not a medical doctor.
39. Doing any form of illicit substance is not considered experimental archaeology, even if I write the results down.
40. A rain-filled trench is not a pool.
41. I am not allowed to talk like a pirate.
42. I am not allowed to join the local gang either.
I went to school with an archaeologist. He's broken at least 25 of those rules.
I'm positive. That is delightful. Rebecca, I put the link in the chat. It is... I mean, take the hat off.
Take the hat off. Come on.
I imagine like the piece of paper where it started off with like 1 or 3 of these and then just more handwriting contributes. Yeah. And then they like went back and numbered them later because they were having difficulty keeping track of them all.
There is a story behind the drone as a tool, not a toy. I promise you.
That sounds fantastically chaotic, which I'm here for. I'll be honest. Hang on, I'm trying to find the button. There we are. We need to end the stream because I can't stop yawning, and it's all
thanks,
the name
Betty.
of Betty, the girl in the town who kept yawning constantly, and now I'm.
My brother's learning how to sword fight. It's going to be decades till Twitter. This is shit.
Yes, but yes. I'm sorry. It just is. Right.
Future leads goth for sure.
Yeah, future leads goth. I have a story to link 2 things from tonight. My dad was on one of the digs excavating those bits of the Roman walls next to the art walls. Nice, fantastic. In German, there actually is a role of superior where you're supposed to call them Meister, master, like professionally. So this is kind of funny to me. I mean, I am not surprised to hear that. Should we tell folks where we'll be next week?
Yeah, it's a bunch of places. We're basically back to normal service next week. So this coming Friday, it's going to be the full lid, which has some good stuff in it. You'll like it. It's got stuff. It's good stuff.
You'll like it. It's got stuff.
He apparently used to walk down Gudrun Gate covered in mud from head to foot, and the crowd would just part to let him by. I have seen it happen with a peacock, and your dad covered in mud is arguably the only thing cooler than that. Full lid on Friday. We are on Sunday. I was getting to Sunday. On Sunday, we've got the return of Coffee Talk 2.
Yep. Can't remember where we were. We had the sweet.
We've had Boy Coffee Wizard.
Boy Coffee Wizard.
And the aliens have left.
And the aliens have departed. That's right. No, it's just Amanda who's left. Silver's staying.
Yeah,
Silver and Pearl are going on a vacation. If I remember correctly. Which is awesome. And then next Wednesday night, we will see where the vicar's going to lead us.
Next Wednesday, Father Pukey and I and us will be traveling to Mr. Leonard Shoulders' home address, where we will politely ask him what the fuck his problem is.
Oh, and that won't go poorly at all, will it? And hopefully Kenneth will show up because I'm broke.
Kenneth, I need money.
Bring the funds.
Kenneth, tell me I'm pretty.
Yes, exactly. I think that's everything.
That's it.
Wendy, we're 2 minutes under
120 seconds under time, Wendy. Quite profesh.
Luxurious, exactly. I think that's everything.
I think it is. Shall I?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been great. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been fun. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everybody. I have to remember which button to press.